Let's close the eyes and we'll find a nice, comfortable sitting posture. Keep the spine upright. So the intention is to maintain a good vertical posture, head, neck, trunk in alignment. Feel the elongation, pull the neck up, tailbone down. Then if you need to make any adjustments, so you feel very comfortable, you should not have any kind of discomfort, strain, or tension anywhere. Let the hands rest nicely on your knees or your thighs. Buttocks resting very comfortably on the floor, on the ground. Let's lift the shoulders up all the way up toward the ears, roll them back and let them hang loose now. Very relaxed arms and shoulders. Let's do a few gentle neck movements just to loosen up the neck muscles. Yes, no kind of movements. Little half circles, full circles, or any any random movement that you feel will help you relax the neck. And finally, let the head rest comfortably back in the center. Very relaxed neck. Soften the facial muscles and relax the jaws. Now begin to watch your breath as you inhale and exhale. Observe the flow, excuse me, at the tip of the nose. Feel the flow, feel the movement, also that subtle cooling sensation when you inhale, gentle warmth when you exhale. Incoming breath feels cool and dry. Outgoing breath feels a gentle sense of moisture and warmth. Recite Om 3 times. Inhalation. Open the eyes softly now. Do a little eye exercise. Keep the head in the center, spine nice and comfortable, tall but relaxed. Do a little rectangle movement with the eyes. So look at the top left corner of the eyes. Then bring them vertically down to the bottom left. horizontally across the bottom right, up to the top right, and then back to the top left. Continue now. It's a continuous movement of the eyes, smooth movement, no head movement, straight lines. At each of the four corners, brief pause. During the pause, a little extra effort to stretch the eyes, creating a box-like movement, rectangle. Next time you bring the eyes back to the top left corner, pause there briefly, reverse the direction now to go horizontally across the top right, down to the bottom right, across to the bottom left and up, top left again. Same smooth movement, brief pause at the corners and a little extra stretch there. Exercise eye muscles. Once again, when the eyes reach the top left corner, pause there briefly. Bring the eyes back to the center now. Close the eyes and rub the palms briskly. Make a cup over the eyes, soft cover, and you're not pressing against the eyes. Relax the eyes, eye muscles. Gently rub the eyelids, eyebrows. Gently massage around the eyes, forehead, sides, cheeks, neck and the throat. Softly open the eyes. Namaste and welcome everyone. Day number 6. Journey into self-exploration. So while we're exploring the self, we want to understand how all that, how do we explore? We explore by understanding what's going on, right? What I thought I'll do today is to share a picture. You may want to move here. Maybe I don't know if you can see from there. Let me see if I can share the screen. So let's say full screen. Okay. So you guys want to come here, or you can you logging in there? Okay, you can come over. Probably easy to see here. So here, this is a kind of a pictorial view of how the mind functions. You know, what are the different components that we have? You know, when we say we are exploring ourselves, right? We have a physical body, then we have a mind, intellect, and all that. You know, we have to explore all parts of the body, every aspect of our being. So here, what we're showing is that, you know, basically there are these four major functions. There is a mind, there's an intellect, ego, and the memory. Okay, now this division, is more according to some Vedantic philosophy. They talk about the four components of this internal being. They call it the antahakarana. That's the Sanskrit word they use. And they say mind is manas, intellect is buddhi, ego is ahankara, and memory they call it chitta in the Vedanta terminology. In the yoga or Sankhya philosophy on which yoga is based, Sankhya does not list memory as one of the components. Memory is supposed to be shared between ego and intellect, etc., or even mind, depending on how you look at it. But this is how our internal function is. There's a mind which the way, if you can see, the mind is connected to the outside world. Okay, so there is the five senses, the sense of smell, taste, sight, touch, and hearing. Okay, and they come through these individual organs: nose, tongue, eyes, ear, and skin. And then mind is also controlling the five organs of action: the hands, feet, speech, which is the tongue, elimination, and procreation. So organs of elimination and procreation, they're all controlled by the mind, basically. And then, of course, we have the intellect, which is the determining factor, discriminating factor, ego, and the memory. Ego is what decides what my role in life is, kind of the ego sense. I am this, I am that, and it adds all kinds of other elements into our thinking. I'm good, I'm bad, I'm ugly, I'm handsome. All that is done by the ego. And then, of course, we have a huge store of memory. Every experience that we have in life gets stored in the memory. So the whole idea is to understand all these, first of all, learn about all these components that we are made up of, and understand their functions and understand how they evolve over time, and then try to understand why things happen the way they do. Why do we behave in certain ways? Why do we act in certain ways? Why do we have all these habits that are so deep rooted we cannot even get rid of them? Habit of waking up late, or habit of eating too much, or whatever habits we have, they all get embedded in our deep subconscious levels. So, a simple example I always give is this. We have an intellect which says, okay, I heard this story about exercise, and I'm going to start my yoga practice tomorrow. So, intellect tells the mind to set up the alarm for 6 in the morning so we can wake up at 6 and start doing some yoga. That's done by the intellect, because the intellect is the poor discriminating entity. It can make such decisions. But then ego also is very strong. In our case, most our cases, ego is actually overpowering in most cases. That's what the problem is. So in the morning when you wake up, when the alarm goes off, at that time, ego takes over. Ego takes control, and it says, it looks at the memory. Ego says, I have had great comfort when I am under the covers in my bed, and I don't have to wake up. So it tells the intellect, no. Tell the mind to hit the snooze button, and I want to relax for some more time. This exercise at all can wait for another day, it's okay. So this is how we are being right now. This is how we are functional at this point. This is how we are. All right. And that is, like I said, that is the issue that we want to understand. This is what we say when we want to say explore ourselves, understand the details, the depth of our functioning in life, how our life is getting controlled. Okay. And what we're saying is that not we are, Patanjali says in the Yoga Sutras that ego is the culprit because it takes over and overpowers everything. And we need to learn how to subdue the ego and then make this intellect very sharp so that when this is sharp and functional fully, then it can do the right thing at the right time. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind our our journey into self exploration. All right, any thoughts on this one?
The struggle is real, Subhasi. That's all I'm going to say.
This is real, yes, indeed. We all know that, but this is, we all know that. All right, so let's move back. Okay. Let's get ready to do our gentle stretch, cat and cow stretch first. Loosening up the spine, that's our goal. Hands are under the shoulders, fingers are spread out, knees under the hips. Inhale, head and tailbone up, navel gets dipped down, look up. As you exhale, round the spine. When you round the spine, you lower the chin down to the chest, lift the navel up. Nice big hump in the spine. More breaths here. Just with the next exhalation, final exhalation, then spine back to the neutral position. And if you're comfortable, sit up in the Vajrasana. Get ready for Kapalabhati. Breathing practice to energize the body, cleanse the body. That's the whole idea here. 80 breaths per minute as always. Get ready. Final is now slow. Completely, forcefully exhale all the air from the lungs and then apply the 3 bandhas. the full sequence of final exhalation. At the end of that sequence, release the hands, natural breathing. Sit down comfortable. So what I'd like to do today is to review some of the sitting postures, sitting asana that are mentioned in our older texts. Okay, just to give you a flavor of what the different asanas are, sitting asanas, right? And they are all called meditative postures. Terminology they use meditative posture. So there you can use any one of these for the purposes of meditation or pranayama, of course. Anything that we use seated. Okay? So the first posture we're going to look at is the sukhasana, where the ankles are crossed in front and the heels or the feet are under the opposite thighs. All right. That's called the sukhasana. Very comfortable. Sukh means comfortable. That's how we, you know, how we sit most of the time when we sit on the floor. And just to see the difference, switch the ankles around. And it might feel slightly different, slightly weird sometimes because we're not used to that position. Most of us, almost all of us, only use one ankle in front, one behind when we sit. That's called the sukhasana. Okay? Now the next is called the siddhasana. All right, siddhasana is where you slide the left heel under the perineum. So you might have to tilt your body back slightly, place the heel under the perineum. Left heel under the perineum. Right. And then the right foot goes on top of the leg, and then you hide the four toes under the knee. So you're putting the foot on top of the calf area, and then hide the toes under the knee. Big toe is showing. Okay. This is called the siddhasana. Left heel under the perineum, and these four toes are hidden, and you're showing the big toe. It's called the siddhasana. And a small variation of this pose, the name becomes swastikasana. That minor variation is simply to lift the other big toe up. So now both the big toes are showing, the other 8 toes are hidden. Just the big toes are up, and you are able to sit comfortably in this position. Lift the toes up, and then relax the hands. That's called the swastikasana. Okay. And from here we move on to the variation of the lotus pose, Padmasana. So in this one, we put there are two possibilities. One is half Padmasana and the other is the full Padmasana. So in the half, you put one foot on top, all the way up on top of the thigh. The other foot, slide it out, put it under the thigh, not under the perineum anymore. So one foot is on top and back all the way. The other foot is under the thigh and back all the way. Okay? And what you will notice is that all these poses that we are doing here, the intention is to keep the knees down. Both the knees should be down, if possible. If not, that's okay. Sometimes if the hips are very stiff or tight, or the knees are tight, the knees might be lifted up. But try to bring the knees down. That's called the Ardha Padmasana, half lotus. Ardha means half. We'll switch sides now, same pose, but with the feet switched now. So this time, we might use the left foot on top all the way back, right foot all the way back under the thigh. And again, if it's comfortable, bring the knees to the floor. Spine should always be straight. In all these asanas, spine is nice and comfortable, tall. Half Padmasana. And from here, we'll transition to the full Padmasana. So this one, again, slide the foot out and put this foot also on top now. So both the feet are on top and then back as much as you You possibly can, all the way up and back. Knees again on the floor if possible. Knees on the floor. Don't push anything, don't force anything. Not everyone may be comfortable in the Padmasana, so don't push it. Okay, this is again uh, something that you need to work on slowly over time, and you have to engage. This engages not just the hips, but the knees, thighs, ankles, everything. Okay, so you have to develop flexibility in all these areas slowly so that you can do the Padmasana. For those who are comfortable, we'll switch sides now. Okay, so the other foot now goes on top first. So switch sides, same thing, Padmasana in the other direction. Each on top and back all the way, knees very close to the floor or on the floor, and then spine is always tall. You don't bend the or round the spine. Called the Padmasana, lotus pose. And I'm sure if you look at any of the old yoga texts, they will always show these yogis, sitting in a Padmasana with the eyes closed, and this is how they meditate. They show this meditation in Padmasana. They claim this is one of the better asanas for meditation because of the position. It really supports the body nicely. The blood circulation is evenly distributed, things like that. A lot of benefits are mentioned. In fact, there are benefits mentioned about each of the postures. Each one of them has many benefits. So that's the Padmasana. And then, of course, we have done the Vajrasana. Always done that. Every day we do the Vajrasana. Okay. But then from Vajrasana, what we want to try is what's called the Virasana. Now, if I were to just show you from the back, the Virasana is where you slide the heels away from the body. So right now, my buttocks are resting on the heels. In the Virasana, you slide the feet away, so rest the buttocks on the ground now, on the floor. So this again could be intense for some it's very easy, but if it is intense, don't force it. It could be intense for the knees as well as the ankles and the hips. So take it easy, don't push yourself. This is called the Virasana. All right. These are just some of the poses that are mentioned in our text for sitting purposes, meditation purposes, right? All right. In fact, the word asana literally simply means a sitting posture. It has eventually, over time, it has evolved to mean other postures, also standing, inversion, and everything. So the same word is used, but the literal Sanskrit meaning is it is derived from the root word as, which means to sit. Okay? So asana is a sitting posture as well as what you're sitting on. Currently I'm sitting on my mat, so my mat is my asana. If I sit in a chair, chair is my asana. So all these are derivations from that word as. All right. So let's work on the knees today. We'll focus on the knees. We've been focusing on different parts. We did the hips. We did the upper body. And that's all we've done so far, right? Hips we did. Yeah. Hips and upper body, basically. Let's work on the knees today. Stretch the legs out, fold the right leg, lift the foot up, hold the back of the thigh. Just create a circle here, big circle. Bring the knee very close to the chest. That will give you more room for movement. Up, down, sideways, big circle. Avoid hip movement, Kunal, just the knee if possible, yeah. You want to avoid hip movement. Pause, other direction. Pause here. Stretch the leg out straight and then walk the hands up. So now you're going to try and keep the legs very straight. This leg is very straight and get closer to the foot. If you can grab the foot, that's fine, but without bending the knee. If you cannot, hold the ankle, shin, wherever the hands reach. And then once you have the leg straight, bring the leg in closer to you. Close the gap between the knee and the forehead. But keep the torso straight, don't bend forward. And now release and let go. Bouncing. The other side. Hold the knee, foot up, hold the back of the thigh, bring the knee close to the chest, and then move away. Make a circle, big circle. Very gentle rotation of the knee, loosening of the knee joint. Yep, you can hear the crackling sound sometimes. It's all very natural. Big, up also. Pause.
Air pockets, the crackling sound.
Air pockets, yeah. Pockets of air. Or other direction now. Switch. That's what they say. There are all kinds of air pockets in the joints, especially.
Where does it go?
No idea what happens. It's creating that
Lot of air.
sound. I don't know how it works. Pause here and stretch the legs straight. Walk your hands up. Let's close to the foot or hold the foot. Make sure your leg is straight. Push the knee away, push the heel away, and then bring the leg in closer to you. And then release now. Let's come to this standing position now. Surya Namaskara. Sun salutation. Come on. Close to the top of the mat. Feet together. Nice, flat, firm feet. As always, we want to keep the body straight, comfortable, shoulders roll back. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms in front, up and back. Look up. Push the arms back if you can. Exhale, bending forward. Slow move, but smooth. And finally, drop the hands, drop the chest. Get the hands close to the toes if you can. Bend the knees, palms down, left foot back, slide it back. Knee down, buttocks down, chest up. Look up. Right foot back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Buttocks up, heels down. Look at your feet or the knees. Now knees, chest, and chin down. Release the abdomen down. Slowly lift the head up, chest up, and then the palms and legs up as well. Palms up, legs up. Keep the legs straight. Try to lift the knees up. Palms down, and we go back to the downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Buttocks up, heels down. Head up, left foot forward, up between the palms, all the way up. Slide the right knee back, knee down, head up, knee down, chest up. And then the right foot forward as you exhale, feet together, legs straight if comfortable. And then see if you can drop the chest closer to the thighs, Uttanasana, also known as Hastapadasana. Head up, Arms in front against the ears, and as you inhale, stretch up and stretch back. Look up. As you exhale, straighten the body up and release the arms down. Relax. Feet together. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms to the side this time. Stretch up and back. Look up. Press the feet this time very firmly to the ground. Tighten the thighs slightly. Push the buttocks forward. And then one more effort to pull the hands away from you up toward the ceiling. Push the arms back. So exhale, bend over now. Finally, bring the hands behind the back. Again, interlock the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Get a nice feeling of the openness, expansion of the chest. And then inhaling, lift the hands up. Exhaling, drop the chest. Release the hands, palms down, bend the knees, right foot back. We'll again do the dynamic combination of warrior 1 and 2. So first warrior 1 and then 2. So keep the right foot flat, right leg straight, roll the shoulders to the left, hips to the left. As you inhale, arms up, back. Exhale, drop the buttocks down. Back leg should be straighter. Straight. Shanaz, your right leg should be a little straighter. Back leg, right leg, behind you. Straight, straight. Your knees bent. Okay. Ah, there you are. Inhale, warrior 2. Sideways now. Completely looking over the left shoulder. Exhale, buttocks down. Go back. Inhale, warrior 1. Arms up. Keep the hands parallel to each other. I have to hold my hand because my shoulder is not strong enough. Once I get there, I can separate them, but I need the shoulder. Exhale, buttocks down. Once again, inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, buttocks down. Warrior 2. Look over the left shoulder. Now release the hands here. Just the legs straight. Turn the toes. They are facing the corners of the mat now. Okay. Now we want to bend the left knee only, left knee, and drop the hip toward the heel, all the way down. Just dropping the left hip toward the left heel. The right leg is straight. Keep going as far as you can. Drop the left heel very close to the left heel. And now here, try not to bend forward. So keep the torso up. Torso should be up. And now bring the palms in the prayer position. Deepen the stretch. See if you can lower the buttocks even more down now. And then come back up. Turn down, face the front. Palms down, left foot back. Downward facing dog. Buttocks up, heels down, push the thighs backwards. Knees down, buttocks back, all the way, child pose. Buttocks resting on the heels, forehead on the floor, and walk your hands out in front, away. Good stretch. Keep the hands where they are, slide forward, cobra, bhujanga. Cobra is where you lift the chest up, navel should be still on the floor, shoulders roll back. Elbows should be tucked in closer to the body. Go back to your downward facing dog. head up, right foot forward, up between the palms. Come up. Get ready for the warrior 1 and 2 combination. Remember the right foot is straight out. Roll the hips and shoulders to your right, and then raise the arms up. As you inhale, keep the hands parallel. Don't join the hands. I just have to join the hands because and as you exhale, drop the buttocks down. Inhale, warrior 2, sideways. Make sure the knee is vertically above the ankle. That's always the case. The foot should be straight. Exhale, buttocks down. Inhale, warrior 1. Raise the arms up and back. Exhale, buttocks down. Again, warrior 2 as we inhale. Exhale, buttocks down. Knee this way. Yeah, knee should be in line with the heels and shoulders, not inside like this. Perfectly straight. Vertical plane, everything. Release the hands now. Stretch the legs straight, turn the toes, they're facing corners of the mat. Legs are apart, wide apart. Now, this time bend the right knee and drop the right hip to the right heel. Go as far as you can. Try to keep the torso up. Yeah, buttocks should be pushed forward. So we're going to push the buttocks a little bit forward. Yeah, that's it. And now torso is up. And then drop the buttocks down, the right hip, closing the gap with the right heel. Once you're all the way down there, join the palms together now. Deeper stretch. Roll the buttocks down if you can. And then release. Down, face the front, palms down. Left foot forward. Legs are straight and you're trying to draw the chest down. Head up, arms out to the side, slowly stretch up and back. Look up. And then exhale, straighten up, release the arms down. So our objective today is to engage the knees wherever we can. That's the whole idea. Feet together, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms in front, up and back. Look up. Exhale, bending forward. Drop the hands, drop the chest. Bend the knees, palms down, left foot back. Straight leg this time. We always try to do the lunge position with the leg straight in the third round. So the heel is pushed back, buttocks down, chest up. And then the right foot back to get into the plank position. Fingers are spread out wide, palms flat under the shoulders, heels pushed back, body very straight. Buttocks are not lifted up. Straight body, chest up. Knees, chest, and chin down. Release the abdomen, head up, chest up. Stretch the elbows straight for the upward facing dog. So the toes pointing back, shoulders roll back, lift the knees up if you can. Knees are up, but the buttocks are down, thighs are down, buttocks are down, not touching the floor. And then go back to the downward facing dog. Head up, left foot forward. The right leg is straight, push the heel back, buttocks down, chest up. Right foot forward. Exhale, feet together. Try and drop the chest, closing the gap with the thighs. Head up. Stretch the arms in front against ears. Slowly as you inhale, start stretching up and bend the knees now. Don't bend back. You're not bending back. We're putting the hands up to the ceiling, vertically up, and bend the knees as much as you can. It's called the Utkat Asana. Utkat. U-T-K-A-T. Utkat. Keep breathing. Buttocks down, knees bent. Bring the arms straight out in front and start releasing the buttocks to the floor now. Keep the feet together, completely together. That's the goal here. Feet are together and then bring the heels down. Arms are straight in front. Yes. Keep breathing. Slowly. Come back up. Stretch the legs straight now, push the arms back. And straighten up. Exhale and release now. Relax. The balancing pose. Do that pose called the Vrikshasana, but the lotus variation of the Vrikshasana. It's called the Padma Vriksha. Okay, so instead of putting the foot on the inside, you're going to put the foot on top of the thigh. All the way up high and bring the knee down. Start with the palms together. If you can, raise the arms up. Fix your gaze at a spot. Palms back together in the prayer position, and now bend the knee as much as you can. Again, bringing a lot of pressure on the knees now. You're engaging both the knees. Drop the buttocks down as much as you can. And then come back. Release. Engaging the knees. Switch sides. Foot up. All the way up high. Knee all the way down. Start with the palms together. Bring the arms up if you can. Fix your gaze at this spot. Might help. Palms down, back to the prayer position, and now bend the knee. Again, you're engaging both the knees, lowering the buttocks down as much as you can. And come back. Release now. Relax. Spread the feet apart. We'll do our virtual chair. This time. Bend the knees. Place the elbows on your knees. Torso should be up. You're not bending the body forward. Torso up. Bring the thighs parallel to the floor. Completely parallel to the floor. Torso up. Resting the elbows down. Just staying in this position for a moment. The virtual chair. They always add, it's It's a chair, so you're sitting comfortably and with a smile. Okay, we're going to release the buttocks down into the full squat now. Elbows on the inside, push the elbows into the knees. Torso up, not bending the body. Working to make the knees strong and flexible. That's the whole idea. And come back to the position, same position we had before, virtual chair. Thighs parallel, body up. Now make this chair a rocking chair. So move the knees forward and backwards, not up and down. There's no up and down movement, just forward and backward. And again, we're going to draw the buttocks down, sitting in full squat now. Strengthening the knees. Slowly. Back up now.
What is the difference between this virtual chair and the one which we do with the?
With the against the wall, so there are two ways of doing the chair.
Yeah.
Chair against the wall. That's more for the upper thighs. When you rest the back against the wall, head against the wall, and do the same chair, it works on the knees, but also on the thighs more. Both engaged. But so that when we work on the thighs, we'll do that. Okay. Next, what we'll do is it's called the super brain yoga. Okay. So feet apart, left hand first. Start with the left hand, hold the right earlobe, right hand, left earlobe. Okay. Now we'll keep the torso straight, not bending forward. Inhale here. As you exhale, all the way down into the squat, full squat. Pause, no rush. Full squat, buttocks down, all the way down. Next, exhale. Inhale all the way up. Slow, with the breath. Keep going at your own pace now. Pause at the end of inhale and exhale. Go slow. Exhale going down, inhale going up. Ujjayi breaths. One last one now. Slowly come back up and release the hands. Knees, hips, shoulders, the areas which normally people get into trouble. If you don't use them or if you misuse them, that's what happens. They get into trouble. Feet closer to each other now, about 2-3 inches apart only. Okay, we'll bend the knees, place the hands on your knees, keep the torso up, and then we'll do a little rotation here. Knee, keep the knees bent throughout. Nice rotation. Knee joint. Pause, other direction. Pause. Bring the hands to the waist, keep the knees bent, and move the knees forward and backward. Same move that we did earlier, forward and back, not up and down. Keep the knees bent throughout. Movement is only forward and backward, but it's not going up. Stop and relax now. Lie down on your abdomen, face down. Spread the feet apart, toes pointing away, relax. One cheek on the side. Dhanurasana, forehead down, bend your knees, hold the ankles. Slowly, head up, chest up, knees up, roll the shoulders back. Try and push the feet back into the hands. And then slowly come down, but keep holding on. Rest the other cheek for a moment. The second time, again, feet together, knees together, and come up. Release and come down, relax now. Slowly roll over onto your back. Rest on the back for a moment. Feet together, arms all the way back, overhead. Pull the hands back, point the toes away. Nice stretch. Exhaling, sitting up now. To our Janu Shirshasana. This time, because we are working on the knees, what we'll try to do is to put the foot on top of the thigh. So instead of putting on the side, now this may not be very comfortable for everyone, okay? So what you may have to do is to put some kind of a cushion under your knee. If the knee is not on the ground, okay, then you have to put something under the knee so that it is resting on something. It should not be hanging in the air. Okay, that's important. Well, the first thing what we'll try is to actually do a little twisting stretch here. And so you may need a strap here, this one. All right, stretch the legs first. Shahzad, so we'll all be doing the same leg. Yeah. So what we'll do is to wrap the left arm behind the back. And if you're comfortable, grab the big toe on the other side. If not, use a strap. Okay. Grab the big toe behind you. And then stretch the right arm in front and bend forward now as much as you can. So engaging the knee and of course, nice shoulder rotation, Beautiful forward bending stretch. Go as far as you can. Slowly come back up. Keep the foot there. Now wrap the right arm behind the back. Place the left hand on the outside. As you exhale, bend forward now. This is the forward stretch. This one, I think we've done it before. Twisting forward stretch. Janu Shirshasana. This time the right arm is wrapped behind. So when you inhale, roll the shoulder back and away. When you exhale, drop the chest down. If it is very uncomfortable to keep the foot on top, don't do that. Keep it on the side. That's fine. Inhale, come back up. Release now. Sides. The other leg, put the foot on top. Remember, if your knee is not on the floor, put some cushion under it. That you will be able to rest the knee on something. Wrap the right arm behind the back this time. If you can, grab the big toe. If not, you can use a strap or do the best you can. Right, left hand in front and then bend forward now. Slowly come back up as you inhale. Release now. So wrap the left arm behind the back, right hand on the outside, and as you exhale, bend forward. See if you can roll the shoulder back away from you when you inhale and drop the chest when you exhale. And as you inhale, come back up. Put the legs butterfly. Hold both knees. Join the soles together. Bring the heels in all the way back close to the groin area, all the way back against the groin. And again, if you're able to, you can bring the knees closer and closer to the floor. And if the knees are able to touch the floor, then strike the knees very strongly against the floor. Keep the torso straight. Pause here. The torso upright, keep the knees down, and then we'll bend forward. This is going to engage the hips, knees, and thighs all together. Keep the spine elongated and keep bending forward as much as you can. Very careful. Like I said, this is pretty intense for the spine, for the thighs, hips, and the knees. The deeper you go, the knees get deep engagement here. Try to draw the chest down, forehead down. Keep breathing. and slowly lift yourself back up. Legs in front. Paschimottanasana. Raise the arms up as you inhale. Pull up. Exhale, bending forward. Keep the spine elongated. So when you inhale, pull the chin away from you. When you exhale, drop the chest and the chin down. Use a strap if you need to. If your hands do not reach the toes, a strap will help you keep the spine elongated and also help you deepen the stretch. As you inhale, slowly come back up. Release as you exhale. That's for a moment. Lie down on the back now. Very simple figure 4 stretch. Again, good for the hips and knees. Just rest for a moment in your back. Relax for a couple of breaths here. Let's do this movement we did the other day. Also, figure 4. We'll only do one variation. So bend the knees all the way back and place the right foot on the left thigh. Slide the heel all the way down. Joint area. Lift the head up, foot up. Hold the shin with the hands. And then lift the head up to guide the knee closer to the forehead. So lower the chin all the way down. Chin down to the chest. And see if you can hold the leg from above the leg. Hold the shin from above the leg, Kunal. Yeah, if you can. No. Same leg, same knee. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, very good. And slowly release and come down. Relax. Couple of breaths here. Switch sides now. The other leg down. Foot on top of the thigh. Slide the heel all the way down. Joint area. Lift the foot up. Hold the shin from above the leg. Head up. Guide the knee to the forehead with the chin against the chest. Great stretch for the spine, the core area, knees, hips, and thighs. And because the foot is on top of the thigh, creating a nice pressure against the abdominal area with the foot. Bring the knee in closer to you. And let's slowly release, come down. Relax. Bend the knees, wrap the arms around the knees, hug the knees to your chest. Keep the tailbone down, head down, roll the body side to side. Gotcha. Go back to center, pause, and rock the body up and down. and come back up to the sitting position now. Relax for a moment. Work on the tiptoe balancing pose. Come up on your toes, and you will many of you will need the wall for support. So go against the wall. If you have done it before and you know you don't need the wall, that's fine. Otherwise, go against the wall. Put your back against the wall. You may not need the wall. That's okay. If you don't need it, step away. But otherwise, go to the wall first. Okay. So this is, you're on the toes now. And what we'll try to do is I'm going to use my right hand for support, slide the right foot in front, and then lift the foot up, place the foot on top of the thigh, all the way up and back. Okay, and then see if you can relax there. Okay, now to engage the knee here, we're going to move the knee all the way down to the floor and up, all the way down and up, as much as you can. So getting a nice knee engagement here, deep movement. And finally, you're going to rest the knee on the floor. And this is where you can try a little balance here. It's a little tricky. I cannot do it most of the time, but we'll try. Palms together if you can. It's a nice balancing pose. Again, great knee engagement. Both the knees. Slowly release now. Back. Relax for a moment here. On your toes. Now the other side. So slide the foot in front. Grab the foot, lift the foot up and place it on top of the thigh, all the way back. Then just stay there for a moment. Use the hands for support. Move the knees up and down. All the way up, all the way down. Beautiful engagement of the knee. Finally, place the knee on the floor. And if you want to try, a little balance now. Deep focus. And down. Release and relax now. You feel a lot of work on the knees and these movements. Again, never forcing any of these movements. It's very important not to push, not to force. Okay, so now do the Ardha Matsyendrasana Asana. Now, I wanted to show you is remember, what we do normally, we'll put the foot on the outside and bend the knee. So this is what we've been doing. But here this is called the Ardha Matsyendrasana. Asana. It's called the half Matsyendrasana. Asana. In the full Matsyendrasana, Asana, you engage the knees even much more. And that's why it's a little more intense. Not many people do that because it is very intense for the knees. The way you do that is to keep this leg straight first and put this foot on top of the thigh now. Okay. All right. That's the starting position. Now you bring this foot and bring it on the outside of the knee. Okay. Bring it on the outside of the knee. This is tough. It's not going to work for everyone. Okay. spinal twist, foot flat, knee vertical, all right? And then you're going to wrap the arm around, push the knee in. This is very intense, don't force it. This may not work for everyone, all right? And then wrap the arm behind you and then make a beautiful twisting stretch here. Just do the regular stretch, don't push it. Just do the regular twist. This is very intense. I'm just going to show you because this engages the knees very nicely. And release now.
But the other one which is coming, that has to touch to the ground. Like the one this which is coming, that has to touch to
Yes.
the ground. Okay.
Flat on the outside with the knee vertical. Okay, try the other side now. Again, don't push it, do the regular stretch. We are very familiar with the regular one. This is just to give you an idea that this is the full version of the, and even I can't do the full version, but getting close now. Just to get you the idea. So this time we bring the foot on the outside, same thing. Knees vertical, wrap the arm around. The other arm goes back. Do the regular one, don't force it. It's called the full Matsyendrasana. For these.
This one is also for knees.
Hmm?
This Matsyendrasana is only also for knees.
Yeah,
Okay.
great for the knees. Of course, the main thing is the spine, but when you do the full Matsyendrasana, you can feel a beautiful stretch on the knees. That's the whole idea. That's why most people don't do it because it is just too intense for the knees. Okay. And remember the same thing we did yesterday. I'm just going to, don't have too much time actually. But again, you may want to try and repeat it, what we did yesterday for the Marichasana. Okay. So again, we said we'll fold the knee, put the foot on top, and then fold the other knee. Okay. This becomes much more intense, like we said. Okay. And then wrap the arm from inside out, palm facing away from you, right? Don't force it. And then wrap the hand, grab the hands behind you. Again, these are poses which will engage the knee effectively, very much. The more advanced poses, and that's what makes it level 2 here, these poses. All right, so these. We'll switch sides. Just get a feel for these stretches. I'm not expecting you to do it right now. These are things that you have to work on slowly. They take a fair amount of effort and practice. They won't come immediately. So the idea is to get exposed to them and then keep working on them later. Okay. And body, right. Just then the arm to the outside. Grab the hands behind your back now. The right shoulder. This is a Marichasana variation. Yep, you're doing earlier right. Yes, that's right. Yes. Look over the right shoulder, not the left. And then release now. All right, sit comfortable, cross leg, any position now for the few moments of reflection. So we can reflect back on our experience today. We did engage the knees in our movements, different postures, different asanas, looking back, understanding the interactions that we had between the body and the mind. things that we need to work on, things that we need to take it easy. Awareness, always. Beautiful moments of reflection. With the hands behind the back, softly hold the right wrist, bend forward now. Stay in the final position for a moment, keep breathing. And as you inhale, slow, smooth, come back up. Some relaxation, so lie down on your back now. Short version of relaxation. Get ready by coming up into the half boat. Head up, feet up, if comfortable, with the legs straight and then arms straight, toes pointing away. Stretch the arms straight, fingers spread out wide and tight. Fist with the hands, tight fists. Keep the elbows very straight. Fists are tight. Open the mouth, extend the tongue out, curl it down toward the chin so that you can tighten the facial and the neck muscles. Eyes are open. With the fists tight, try and pull the hands and shoulders away from you. Squeeze the buttocks tight, thighs, knees, kneecaps, calf muscles, ankles. Point the toes away one more time and squeeze now. Every single muscle in the body. We're going to engage every muscle and bring it to a real tight squeeze, everything. And let go now. Allow the body to find a very naturally comfortable position. Spread your feet apart, almost the width of the mat. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. Just make any adjustments that will make you very, very naturally comfortable. Slowly on your own now, begin to scan the body from toes to head. One muscle, one limb at a time. Again, looking for any indication of tightness or fatigue in the muscles. And making that nice and deep mind-body connection. That way, mind will recognize any kind of tightness in the body and send in a wave of relaxation. Loosening up, letting go of that tightness. And as you do that, the limbs of the body begin to feel that subtle heaviness in the ground. So feel the heaviness of the whole body on the floor. Just become aware of all the points of contact between the body and the floor. And that awareness of heaviness, allow the body to gently sink into the floor. Gets into a state of deep relaxation. enjoy this very beautiful state of relaxation, we'll try to set the intention to not pay attention to any thoughts that come up in the mind. That way, when thoughts come up, they might linger around for a moment, but then go away because we are paying no attention to them. Next few moments now, we'll try to enjoy this very restful, very peaceful states of the body and the mind. Let's bring the awareness back to the breathing slowly and begin to breathe slightly deeper breaths. Just becoming a little more aware of your rhythm of breathing. Slowly begin to stretch the fingers, curl the toes, stretch the hands, feet, arms and legs. Stretch the arms back overhead. Give yourself a nice stretch. Pull the hands back, point the toes away. Roll to one side for a moment now. Come back up to a sitting position now. Comfortable sitting position. You can actually go into Vajrasana if that's comfortable. Pranayama practices. And we'll start with Kapalabhati. We'll do one round of Kapalabhati. Breath out, belly in. That's the key guideline here. Final exhalation now, final sequence. Inhale and forcefully exhale. Eliminate all the air from the lungs and then apply the 3 bandhas, 3 locks. Chin lock, navel lock, root lock. Let's get back to your natural rhythm of breathing. Done. Do a practice called the Nadi Sanchalana. It's called rapid breathing. And let me just explain what it is. It's breathing at a rapid pace. I'm going to almost do the same speed as we did the Kapalabhati. Can do the same speed. But the way it is done is to breathe very even breaths. And we'll do one nostril at a time. So one nostril, then the second nostril, and then both nostrils together. So it will sound like this. If I were to show you with one nostril first, I'm going to close my right side. This is how it's going to sound. I'm going to make it a little bit louder so you can hear it. In your own practice, you don't make it loud. It's very gentle. Okay, so you're breathing in and out. But the key here is there is no force, very even, very gentle breaths, and there is no belly movement. It's all Kapalabhati. Because there's no force, there's no Kapalabhati. Okay? So let me keep the same speed. Close the right side. When you hear the tick of the metronome, that's when you should exhale. And immediately inhale because you want to complete one full breath between the ticks. All right, close the right side. Exhale and natural breaths. Release the hands. It's called Nadi Sanchalana, just rapid breathing, fast breathing. But no force, no belly movement, very even breaths. With the other side, hold the left nostril with the ring finger, right hand. Same rhythm. Breathing, exhaling when you hear the tick, breathing in out only from the right nostril. Here, so again, natural breaths now, regular rhythm. Now we'll do the same rhythm, same fast breathing through both the nostrils. Keep the hands where they are, down. With the tick, that's exhale. Full breath after the ticks. No force, no belly movement. Final exhalation. Regular breathing now. Nadi Sanchalana. That's the name of this technique. The alternate nostril breathing now, the Nadi Shuddhi, also known as the Anuloma Viloma. So Vishnu Mudra with the right hand, thumb up, last two fingers up. Everyone is familiar. Chin Mudra with the left hand. Remember, you can use the bandhas, you apply the bandhas after each inhalation if you feel comfortable. Chin lock and the root lock. Okay. 1:2 ratio is our key guideline. That means the exhalation, you try to make it twice the duration of the inhalation. Ujjayi breaths, very deep, soft breaths. Keep going. finish the next round. Take your time now. Complete the full sequence with the final exhalation being from the left side. When you're done with the full sequence, then release the hands. Continue with your natural rhythm of breathing. Like we said, we'll stay back for introductions, which is always a fun part because we get to know each other. But I'll take a couple of minutes break because I need to set myself on a chair and a table. Okay, that way I don't have to look at the screen down for a long time. So I'll shift myself to a chair and a table. It'll take me only a couple minutes. Okay, just give me that time.